I want my cupboard closed there. Good morning. We're going to make layered mandalas. So we're back on live. I'm going to pull myself up on my own television while we're waiting for everybody to join in here. And hopefully you guys can all see and hear me here this morning. And we're going to go to my channel. Good morning. And we're going to pull up the live video. I probably should have changed the thumbnail for this, but I didn't. All right, we'll just wait for a couple of you guys to get on here this morning, see what's happening. Good morning, good morning. Get our computer turned on, get everything going. Good morning. We're going to make a layered mandalas with our Cricut machine here this morning. So we're just waiting for a few of my regulars to join. I did tell them that I would be here at 9 o'clock this morning. Hello, Sabrina. I knew you would show up. Hi. So we're just getting started here. We're going to make the mandala again because we did have a few people saying, messaging me and saying, hey, I missed the live. Can you do it again? And why not? Because I do have to make quite a few of them. So we're going to do that. So let's wait here for a couple of minutes until we've got maybe 5 people on here. And then we'll go ahead and show you how to get it started. And when we've got about 40 people on, we'll do a little round about the studio tour, just as an interruption as we're cutting something, and then we're going to assemble the whole thing and do the talking and stuff. So how are you this morning, Sabrina? Good morning. How are you? Yeah, regarding our privacy, we've got our little reminders up here. Guard your privacy and abide by all the community guidelines. Yes, community guidelines. No swearing. And try to be on time for work. But you know, when you work from home, some days, like today, was a little bit harder to get myself motivated to be here. I just was tired. So you're good. Well, I'm glad you're good. All right, so we've got 5 people here. Good morning. I'm Jolene from Home Stitchery Decor. So we're going to show you what we're going to do. I'm going to have to turn the camera around. We move around the studio here a little bit. But this is what we're going to work on. And then I'm going to show you where to get the designs, and we're going to get into it right away here. Okay, so these are my own original layered mandala designs. I make them with my Cricut machine. So I started this project, I think it's like 5 years ago now. Bought a Cricut machine, started everything from absolute scratch. It's the very first thing I made with my Cricut machine. So we do have to have design space open, and the designs are available on my website, which is Home Stitchery Decor. Every single link you will need for the entire process here, I've put in the video description here this morning. So if you're looking for any of the stuff we're talking about, go and grab it from the links. Okay, so once you're on my website, you can go to Mandala SVG, or you can go to the home page, scroll down a little bit, and you're going to see where I have the Mandala files. And so this is where the files are. You could do this with any Mandala file, but I do have my own designs. So these are the ones that we have available. We have a square design, and this is the one we're going to be working on today. We've just got there's 2 for 6 designs here. So you would purchase a design. The coupon code for today is YT, so YouTube, Mandala, Mandala. Once you download your design, open up your Cricut and load it in. And if you haven't ever done this before, I do have a long form video tutorial that I will link at the end of this video. And you'll be able to follow along with how to load this into Design Space. So this is Design Space if you've never been here before. And I've already got it loaded in here. So I'm going to go to My Stuff. And you can see here I've got a whole bunch of designs. All the designs I work on are my own designs. I don't work on anybody else's art. So we're going to come down here. We're going to go to this one here because that's the one that we need. And we're going to click make it. Oh no, actually we're going to click customize because I only turn on one eyeball at a time here. So you'll see here that the layers are numbered 1 through 6. In all of my designs, number 1 is going to be your top layer. Number 6 is going to be your bottom layer. And I'm today going to cut out one of the most complicated layers here. I've got it all pre-cut, of course, already for this tutorial, but I am going to cut out a layer here just as we're doing it as well. I'll cut out this layer. So this is the second layer from the top. Otherwise, I just turn off all my eyeballs. Sometimes these don't cut. The design is very, very, very delicate. Like I applied to be a Cricut artist and they said, no, your designs are too delicate. So we're going to go on matte, confirm. So some colors of this paper don't cut out perfectly. And because the design is so fine, you are going to, have a little bit of trial and error. Watch the tutorials because that'll be much easier for you. So we're going to ensure our Cricut machine is turned on, which it isn't. So I better go do that. So I have the Cricut Maker 3. And we're going to use a new mat for this one, or a fairly new mat. I've only cut this design out once, so I should be okay with this mat. Make sure your needle is clean. We're going to use the green mat. You can see I've cut one design out on this already. And we need to make sure that I've got my device connected here. We're going to use intricate cut when this thing pops up with default pressure. And the paper I'm going to use is Recollections Collections cardstock. So there's my default pressure. Okay, so we're going to set the camera up and put the camera up into the tripod here so we can actually be hands-free. So just bear with me while I do that because it's not always the prettiest process, but it needs to get done. And of course, it's kind of left-handed and I'm kind of right-handed. All the things. Okay, sorry about that, but that's what has to happen. And see if we can get my face in here today. Of course, I've put it the wrong way around. Hang on one second. Hi, Lisa. Here I am. Lisa, I knew if I kept doing these, you would show up. Because the other day when I was doing this, remember you said you picked the time like 1 to 1:30, and then YouTube kept booting me out. It wouldn't let me go live, like at all. So sorry about that. We did manage to do a live, but it started at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I think you just couldn't get here, which is fine. Don't feel bad. Everybody, Lisa, don't feel bad. You can't be here for something. It's a YouTube video. Like, yeah, no, don't feel bad at all. Okay, so we've got some paper here. This is Recollections Collections paper from Michaels. And I'm going to show you guys. It's got a shimmer to it. Can you see that? So this one in Canada, I think, costs $1.29. And there aren't a huge amount of colors for it. But we are going to make a gray, white, and taupe one today because that's the colors that I need to fill in. So that's what you're getting. So you'll see here gray, and it'll look like these are almost the same until I pull them up next to each other. They're not. And white and taupe here. Can you see the color difference? Gray, white, and taupe. So those are the 3 colors that we're going to use. What pound is this? 65. 65 pound. with the shimmer cardstock. Recollections Collections from Michaels. Okay, so I'm going to need 6 sheets in total, and alternating colors. So I'll set these aside here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already have this cut out. So you guys will see the process here, and then we're going to assemble it as well. But we're going to cut one more layer out for the next guy because I need multiple of these. Yeah. I have, what pound is that? It's 65 pounds. Yeah, 65 pounds. Recollections Collections. We don't have Hobby Lobby where I live. We only have Michaels. So it's the one with the shimmer on it. So if it doesn't shimmer, that's not the one I'm using. And if you guys find something better, I mean, there's quite a few of you that are here all the time now. Let us know if you find something better in your area at a better price, whatever it is, right? Okay, so this is, what layer did I say this was? Doesn't matter. I'm going to do it. Gray is what I'm going to do. So put your cardstock down, face down. You need a brayer for this one. It looks like this. This is very important for this process. You're going to roll this over top until everything is stuck. You want it stuck to the mat. Very important for this process. And then for this one, I always check my needle or my blade, and I make sure there's no goobers on it. Just because my cuts are so fine with these designs. Anything I can possibly do to ensure a good outcome, I'm going to do that ahead of time. Okay. So I feel like I got a hair hanging off me. I do. That's tickling me. Okay. So we're going to put our paper in. And reminder, we've got this at intricate cut on default pressure. So this is just going to start cutting away. It will be good. These are the colors I'm going to use. Also good. Okay, so we're going to just set these to the side so we don't make a mess. And then this is the one we're going to work on. So I've cut out a bunch of layers. I've got one here to show you how to take it off the mat. So we'll just start in order here, and then probably in about 5 minutes, as more people have joined, we're gonna just do a quick little studio tour and tell you about all the fun things. Okay, so this is gonna be the bottom layer. And like I said, when you upload these files into Cricut Design Space, they're gonna be layered 1 through 6 or 1 through 7. The highest number is gonna be your bottom number. This is going to be, we'll put this one aside for a second here. This is going to be our second layer. Can you see the detail here? I'm just gonna pull this is your Cricut weeding tool, right? So that is, some of these lines are just barely, well, they're about the same size as the Cricut weeding tool. So you have to go through and make sure that you don't have any extra little pieces of paper like here. Can everybody see that? Yeah, it's very intricate. Lisa, I applied to be a Cricut contributing artist with these designs, and they told me no. The designs are too intricate for their platform. So for the general public, they wouldn't want to be selling this. Now, I don't recommend doing this, these intricate layer, this one particular, with the white paper. It doesn't work out too good. Some of the paper, even though it says it's 65 pound, it's obviously thinner, and that's just how paper is dyed, right? So whatever the process is for dyeing, it's just like fabric. You can have the same fabric in different colors, and the different colors will have a different feel to them, a different thickness to them once they've gone through the whole color processing. So It didn't work out too good. We tried it the other day with a white paper, and it just did not work out too good. So don't try it with the white paper. It basically shredded it. And there's a couple little pieces here that are kind of stuck. So we just need to gently encourage them to not be stuck. Oh, we're doing number 4. I'll show you here on the camera. This is the one we're doing. This is the one we did the other day too. But there was a couple of people that missed the live, so I said I'm going to come back and do the live again. So this would be, I believe it's M4 on my website. I can double check here for you which one it is. Yeah, it's the design that has M4 at the end of the listing. It's this one here. And good morning. How are you? So that's the same one. Is that the one you bought? I think you bought that one. Because, guys, Dina here the other day bought a couple of designs after the live. And then we had a quick phone conversation, actually. And she said that they were doing really well. So how are you doing with them now? Have you tried to cut more? Tell us your story. Did you tell us what machine you were cutting them on, and how it went and all that kind of stuff? I'm using a Cricut, and I put all the links that you would need in the video description, you guys. So if you need any of these supplies, they're right there for you. And this one is just being a pain in the ass. There's a couple little spots on here that are stuck. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get them unstuck. I should have checked this one before. But my stuff has to be perfect when it goes out the door. It's 12 by 12 paper. Yeah, cut that file out on my venture. It's 12 by 12 paper. Yep, Sabrina, thanks, Sabrina. Thumbs up real quick. So this one here, you can see there's a couple little spots in here that are not doing what they're told to do, essentially. So I'm going to leave this layer for right now because I am cutting it out again over here. Let's see how far we get with these other layers. So we've got... This would be the next layer up. If you guys are looking for the designs, because I see there's a few people here that have just joined, we're using the designs right off my website. They're my own original designs, and the discount code for today is YT, so YouTube Mandala. So if you're looking to get these designs, use the discount because it's cheaper. Right. And you can sell what you make with the artwork, but you cannot resell the designs. And I don't warn people, I just call lawyers, because really you shouldn't be selling other people's original art as your own. But I also think like I'm happy for people to make the art and sell it as a finished product. I want to contribute in that way. So, you know, if somebody's looking to do a craft market booth or something and they're looking for some designs, you can't claim the designs as your own, but you can make the art. There we go. So this one would be the next layer up. Might just have to do this in a bit of a reverse order. And then this will be the one that goes on top of it. And you're gonna see here, this is just like a very, very, very subtle difference. Very subtle. So again, we need to basically weed this layer of the design. Yeah. Yep. So what's everybody up to today? I'm assuming, Lisa, you're working. Dina, what are you doing? Sabrina, what are you doing? And was it Kat that was here too? My scrapping mama, is Kat here this morning? We are at 11 paid members of the channel now, which is so exciting because we're going to do that draw, as you guys know, when we reach 150 paid members. So, getting there. It might take a while, but we're getting there. Somebody's going to win that fabulous prize. It's going to be awesome. Lisa's working. I use the Cricut Venture, cut sheets of paper at a time. I'm working today. Breaking to watch your live. That's awesome. Okay, so this is now weeded out and we need to put it on the other layer. So what we're going to do, some of you have been here for lives before, but what we're going to do is we're going to use this double-sided acid-free foam tape. And the only place I recommend getting this is like Amazon or the hardware store. Don't get this at the craft store because they overcharge for it. And then we've got tiny little snips here. And we're just going to cut very thin layers, swipes of the double-sided foam tape here for this layer of the mandala. That's what I meant to say. For this layer of the mandala, we don't need very big pieces on the edges. So you want just enough to hold it down. You don't want to do this with glue because glue is not acid-free. And it will, over time, discolor your paper. And if you've spent this much time doing a project, it would be such a shame to have it discolored. So tiny, tiny little pieces here. And they get smaller as the layers go up. And so we just snip them off as quickly as we can. Of course, we're doing a live video, so I guarantee you something will go wrong because we're doing a live video. Isn't that the way it works? But hi, everyone that's just joined. I'm Jolene from Home Stitchery Decor, and we are making layered mandalas with our Cricut machine today. And the designs are available on my website. I put all the links for everything you need in the video description. And it's like a full-on Cricut class here with a live chat. So I see there's quite a few of you here that have just joined. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so this is the layer that we're working on right now. This is the back side of it. You can see how tiny these pieces of foam tape are. You want them tiny. You don't want to be able to see these from the, like if you're looking at the picture from like down the hall or something, you don't want to be seeing foam tape. So the smaller the better for these pieces. And you can cut a thin strip and then even cut it in half again. And we're using the Cricut Maker 3. The discount code if you want to get some of these designs is YT, so YouTube, Mandala, M-A-N-D-A-L-A. And the designs are on my website. And when the live's over, I'll be able to edit all the video description and you'll be able to go there and like click on the links. Because right now you have to copy and paste them. I don't know. I think like YouTube does that. We can't copy and paste links into live descriptions just to cut down on spammers. So people doing not nice things on the internet have ruined it for the rest of us. So every single link that you see there, I actually have to manually put in my phone before I go live. What a pain. This one is a 6-layer one, Lisa. My designs range from the lowest I have is 6, maybe one has 5. Let's be safe and say 5 to 7 layers. And they, when you pull the design up into Cricut, you'll have different layers that you'll see there, and they're numbered. So number 1 is always going to be the top layer, and number 6 would always be the bottom layer. So the highest number is always going to be the bottom layer. And if you want to watch a video tutorial of like how I do this, where it's like the close-up stuff and the how to load it onto the computer, I do have that tutorial available, and I'll link it at the end of this video. After YouTube processes and everything, I'll be able to link that video in. Okay, so this is the layer we're working on, and then this is how fine it needs to be on the back. And you can use your little pokey tool like this one here. I'm going to move over a little bit. And right now we're just going to then take off the green backing off this double-sided tape. And like I said, get the tape at the hardware store or on Amazon or somewhere. Don't buy it at the craft store because they overcharge for this tape. So yeah, that's the way it goes. And we did do a second live, Lisa, I think you missed that one too, where we did the magnets a second time, and it actually went tremendously well. And so now I'm making all kinds of magnets, and I might have time this afternoon to do another live. I'm on here early this morning just because people have asked for different time slots. Like, can you do this at a different time, because I'm not available, and they really wanted to participate in it live. So we'll just, you know, as we progress here as a channel, we'll get some of this fun stuff going, and then we'll figure out time frames that work for people. And you might not be able to be here for every live. And my products are repeatable, right? So I have to make the products. Like, this is the third one of this color I've done a live on now in the last few days. And that reminds me, I should apply. There's a art show that's like, your products all have to be priced under $100, and I price these at $95. So I should apply for that show, because the applications are open, but they're only open for a limited time. And I don't even know how much they charge for it, so I guess I should check and see how much they charge for it. Yeah. I'm breaking to watch the live. So we're almost done taking the green stuff off of this layer, and then we're going to show you how to line it up. So I have this, it's a rotating cutting mat. I find this one, it can be very helpful, but I basically get the layer that I want to put this layer on top of, and I line it up top, bottom on the point onto the grid here, so that it's actually perfectly even. And then I grab my design and make sure that I've got all of the little tabs of the green paper off. I triple check to make sure I've got all of the weeding done, just in case I've missed something. And you know, I actually think I'm going to put a couple little pieces of tape on that middle spot, just to give it a little bit of security here. And then we'll line it up on the next guy. You can use your fingernail to get the green backing off, or if you need to, you can hold one edge down with this guy. All right, so now we'll just line it up here. This part is the most fussy part. I recommend not pushing it down until you've got everything lined up perfectly, or as perfect as you can. And now you can push this down a little bit. So you'll see here the colors are just very subtle difference. And I'm told that people really love these lace colored designs. Okay, what's the question here? How long does it take you to make one and put it in the shadow box? About an hour and a half, if I'm not yapping. Total, like from the time I get it cut, taken off the paper, put the double-sided foam tape on it, and get it into the shadow box. That is how long. Okay, this is going to be our next layer. So this is like a fine Moroccan tile. Hi everyone that's just joined. And this paper has a wrong side and a right side to it, so just make sure you're putting the shimmer side up if the paper does have a wrong side and a right side to it. And so again, we're gonna do the double-sided foam tape here, and it's gonna be even finer than the layer before. And how many of you guys are new here right now? I know I've got Sabrina, I've got Lisa, I've got Dina. See, when I ask you a question, then I have time to take a sip of coffee, which will help if I have a coughing fit. Because sometimes I get going on here and can't help but coughing. Very fine little pieces. This is how small I'm cutting them for the... I'm giving you guys the backwards middle finger. But this is the finger it was stuck on. So I'm not giving you the middle finger. But that was just the piece, yeah, where the tape was stuck. So if anybody just signed on to the channel, they're like, what the heck is going on here? The girl is giving people the middle finger. No, I'm not giving you the middle finger. I would not do that. That's kind of ignorant. I give it to my husband all the time. It's a joke. It's a joke we have going on here. He'll say something saucy, and I'll reply with a creative way to draw attention to my middle finger. As one does when you're married and, you know, all the things. All the things happen. And what's the next? I keep printing them. I do. So typically when I'm working in my sewing room, I'm sewing on 1 or 2 machines at the same time. And I have my Cricut running, either cutting out my designs for the mandalas or cutting out my Christmas cards. And the Christmas cards aren't on my website yet. They will be very shortly. But yeah, I try to keep the machine cutting at the same time as I'm doing other stuff in my studio here, just because of the volume of stuff I need to create. And I always have my embroidery machine running as well that makes my Christmas ornaments. So I make what they call freestanding lace ornaments, and that machine takes a while to cut them, or to stitch them out. So I have it running at all times. I can grab one and show you guys what it looks like. Can I grab one? There's some over here, but they don't want to be held. Okay, here is one of my reindeer. So that's my own original design as well. And it is stitched out on a water-soluble backing. And so once it's all stitched out, you soak it in water and then you lay it flat to dry. And the backing is like super glue, and it gets super stiff. Now, if you've cut a piece too big for somewhere, you'll have to put it someplace else here. This one I cut too wide. Yeah, so I'll have big stacks of them here. We might have to pull from my stack to see if I can get that other layer. I thought I was cutting it out, but I'm actually cutting this layer out right now. So we'll see if we've got time to do that. But we'll be able to show you the, the 99% finished product here. Anyway, I'm just showing you how to get this together now. And then later this afternoon, what I was thinking of doing is, because it's so early here this morning, it's 9:38 a.m. where I am right now. After I'm done doing this mandala, I'm going to recharge my phone because it has to be charged for lives. And then I was gonna do like cutting out some soup bowl cozies this afternoon and showing you guys the AccuQuilt system that I use, because I have to cut them out anyway. I'm at that stage. And yeah, it's kind of an interesting process. Everything I'm teaching here on this channel is products that I actually use in my business. And I'm really trying to encourage people to either start their own crafting or start their own business, kind of so we can change our economy a little bit. We had more people doing fun stuff like this. And I also think people are just getting so freaking sick of going to a Christmas market and seeing every single thing there imported from China. So I make my own designs. I share them. You can get them on my website. Use the coupon code YT Mandala. And I put my, my website is the same as my channel name, Home Stitchery Decor. It's not that hard to find. And all the links you need for this are in the video description. But you can see how fine the little dots are going to be on the back of this layer. So if you guys are new here, hi, I'm Jolene, I'm from Calgary, and we're making layered mandalas with our Cricut machine. We are. Who wants a little tour around the studio to see what else I do? If you do, we'll do it. If you don't, we won't do it. I know some of you have seen it before, but if you want to see what's going on here, let's talk about it. We can take a 5-minute little tour, show off some stuff if you want to. This is an interactive class. I do. There's 55 miles from me. Oh, see? Girl, you could do this. I also wanted to talk to you guys. I know there was a couple of people like interested in doing more craft market stuff. And then I was in the bathtub the other night thinking, oh, what could I tell these guys that would actually be very helpful? If you're making stuff, make a lot of it. Because when you go to a craft sale and you've got these people that only have like 1 or 2 little things on their table, people just walk past. When you have a lot of stuff on your table, somebody will stop. And even if they're not buying, once one person stops, another person stops, and then another person stops. And they think to themselves, geez, I wonder why all these people are here. This stuff must be really good. And then the next thing you know, you're buying. And it's actually contagious for the customers to have a lot of stuff going. Oh, you want to see it? Okay. That's Sabrina. Okay, we're going to do like a quick little 5-minute studio tour here. Everybody come along. Let me grab a cup of coffee here. Oh. Okay, just so I don't choke or anything. All right, we'll do a little studio tour while we're doing this. So let me turn the camera around. This is where we're working right now. This is I'll turn on a light here so you guys can see that maybe a little bit better. So this is my cupboard, kitchen cupboards all the way onto the top. Underneath is 2 layers actually of these 12 by 12 bins. Are they 12 by 12? They're cube bins anyway. Maybe they're 20 by 20. No, they're 12 by 12. Okay, and in these bins I have all kinds of fabric. And because This is a kitchen counter. This actually pulls out, and there's 2 layers of those 12 by 12 bins in behind. So we keep the mandalas typically on the shelf here to show off while we're doing YouTube videos and working on them. But they will go away, or have to go away, while I'm doing some cards here, probably in the next couple of weeks. Then we've got, this is one of my favorite things actually. This is like my little jewelry hanger thing that I found, and I keep all my scissors on there. And in the cupboards, this is my card making cupboard. So everything's organized. When I'm making my Christmas cards, that's where all the stuff is. So every cupboard's kind of organized like that. Then as we whip around, you guys saw this at the beginning of the video, we do have the computer stations where, you know, you need multiple computers to do crafts like this. And my old computer is still sitting here, and sometimes I turn it on and use it to reference when I'm researching something. I can have it open on screen and working on the other ones. Then I have my embroidery machine here, which is where I make my reindeer. So that one always sits off in the corner on that super solid cabinet, which my girlfriend gave me. Thank you very much. Then we've got just a sewing table here with multiple machines on it. Bear in mind, I did have staff. So I don't have any staff right now, so I have lots of machines. Then I've got this handy dandy drawer system here, which is super duper handy. It's from IKEA. If you don't have one of these, get one. All the thread and everything sits down in there. Down on the floor, we've got the obligatory Cocker Spaniel. If you don't have one of those, get one of those in your craft room. They're awesome. And this is where I typically sit and sew. This is my new FAF machine that I got a couple weeks ago, Quilt Ambition 635. I'm loving this machine. And I have a big table here. So then we've got a little, you know, exit from the scissors over into this side here, which is actually where I have all my products stacked up for when I sell them. So the one side, you know, over this direction, which we just came from, that's where I work. And then this side here, that's where the Cricut machine is working right now. This side here is where I have all of my stands full of products that I'm going to sell. So they're done by color and then coordinated products on each stand. This stand is my second most empty stand right now, but it will get filled up. Every stand has cards, magnets now, dish drying mats, soup bowl cozies, oven mitts, tea towels, pillows, and crocheted dishcloths. So as you can see, this stand here, I'll turn the light off because it's probably glaring at you right now. This stand here is almost full. I even got the magnets mostly done that we were working on in that last live. And there will be a mandala on this stand as well at the Christmas markets. It's just I fill it up right now and then I'll stage it when we're ready, and all of these will be packed into bins close by. So the bins by color close by. As you can see, this is these are all soup bowl cozies. I'll have for each color, I will have 3 stacks of soup bowl cozies ready to go. So just more product back there. Here's the black and yellow stand, and the magnets were just starting to get filled up. I'm going to try to do 1 color a day and see how that goes. But this stand is quite full. It's almost ready to go. The rugs are right here next to it. So that will be the black and cream rugs. I do have to fill up a few tea towels in this color. I probably need about 15 more. That's not a big deal. That's a day's work. Then we have the cream stand. And in behind there, we have all kinds of rugs. I don't know if you can see how many we've got, but tons and tons and tons and tons of rugs. And up on the top, we've got mandalas. Now, I have mandalas in Rubbermaid crates from last year too. So I probably have about 50 or 60 mandalas done right now. Here's the pink stand. And Christmas cards, magnets, dish drying mats. Oh, we also have potato bags that we need to do in every color. The Christmas cards are always in this big rotating stand, and behind here you'll see that I have several empty slots right now, so we got to get working on that. And then here is my Christmas corner, which is quite large. And just if you were here for the live last week, we started working on these skate tea towels, so we got 14 of those done. So let's go back to the mandalas, see how they're working. And they're cutting out here as we speak. This one should be almost done. We'll see what we can get done with that. I'll flip the camera around. Woo! So you can see me again. What did we think of that? Did everybody love the studio tour? So it is going to get quite full in here. I'm kind of feeling it already of like I just need to put my head down and look at what I'm working on because my room is going to get so full of stuff here in the next couple of months. The first day of the market is November 6th. So I basically have what, like 2.5 months here to get all my stuff together. And it's going to take some work, I'll tell you, but it's funny how, you know, you think, oh, there's so much work, and then you look back at all you've done and you're like, oh, look at that. I did all that. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. I love seeing it. Yeah, wait until November. Well, I won't even be able to do one on November 6th because I will be at the markets, but I'll do a video. I always do like a video. I usually just put it on my own personal page just so I have something to reference to. But I'll do a video for you guys this year as we're making new friends and just show you how freaking packed in it gets. And I mean, you'll see it too, right? Like if you're here for lives from here till now, you're going to see how packed in it gets in here. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Okay, when we're done this, this layer, we'll take a break for 1 second and we'll show you the members only prize pack, which has been growing. So we're looking for new members of the channel. It costs $2 a month to join the channel, and you could win a fabulous prize. Let's just see if we can get this one on here. All right. Got a few little spots I'm not quite happy with, but okay, this is what this layer is going to look like now. And this is how fine the double-sided tape is on the back. And now we'll do the members only gift pile here. So if you guys do decide to join the channel, when we reach 150 paid members of the channel, we're going to do a draw for all of these prizes. So actually I should have started backwards. So we did what did we do? A jelly roll rug. So we have the clover tube maker. Then we had a live where we did magnets. So we have the Christmas magnets. That'll be part of the gift. Then we did a live. I keep scooting in and out of the camera, but we need space in here. We did a live where we introduced my new book, which is From Zero to YouTuber. It's available on Amazon by Jolene Airy. This will teach you everything I do. So that will be included in the prize, but you can go and purchase that as well if you want to. Then we did a live where we did this cute Christmas tea towel. This one was very interactive, super fun. You can go back and watch that live if you want to. And then we did a live where we made the coordinated Christmas placemats with Robert Kaufman fabric. And then the biggest part of the giveaway is this FAF gift box, which has 2 quilting rulers, rotary cutter, rotary blades, 2 packs of needles, And on the bottom of it, because it just goes on, we also have a rotating cutting mat. So the prize is valued at 400 Canadian dollars right now. When we reach 150 paid members of the channel, we're going to do a random draw. We're going to pick a winner, and we're going to see who wins that. Okay, so this is the layer I'm working on right now. And this is, we just cut it out as well. So now we're going to show you guys how to take these off the mats, because this is important. Cutting on a new mat, having a clean needle, having a new blade, clean blade, all that kind of stuff is important. But how you take this off the mat is very important. So what we do is we put our mat face down onto the, I have it on my craft table here, right? So face down, and you're going to want to pull the design off the mat ever so gently, right? So roll the mat back like this. And I don't know if you can, yeah, you should be able to see my little thumb down here in the corner. I'm going to tilt this down just a wee little bit so you guys can hopefully see this a little better without the comments cutting it off. I don't care if my head's cut off, just so you guys can see, right? Okay, so we've got our little thumb down here. We're going to pull the design away and just start rolling the mat back and putting your putting your fingers down inside and gently pushing the design down, back and forth, ever so gently. You need to have a very good grip on this mat too, because it will slap back at you and it will bend the paper, and then you will be starting the cut over again. So just back and forth, slow as you go. If you're looking for the designs, they're on my website, homestitcherydecor.com. Just scroll down on the main page until you see Mandalas, and then use the coupon code YT, so YouTube Mandala, MANDALA, and you'll get a discount on the designs. You can do these with a Cricut. I put my Cricut affiliate link in the description if you need a Cricut. But you can do these on scan and cuts. These are SVG files, so you should be able to do these on pretty much anything. CNC machines. And actually, you'd get different, like EPS, JPEG, PNG, DXF. Those are all included in the files as well. So if you've got a different cutting system, you can use these designs. And if you're not sure how to load the designs on, I do have a full-length tutorial on the channel here called Cricut Mandalas, making Cricut Mandalas, something like that. You'll be able to find it on my playlist, and I go through, you know, how to download the design, how to upload it, all those kind of fun things. But this is the trickiest part, and I just want to show you guys me doing this live as well, because this is what you can expect for how long it's going to take you to do it. In fact, it'll probably take you a little bit longer, because I've done this now multiple times. I'm kind of used to it. So just give yourself some time. What sells better, white or black frames? It's honestly a toss-up on the white and black frames. This one will be put into a white frame. I kind of wish they made gray frames. The frames I use, I get from Michaels, and last week they had them on sale, $39.99 for two, and then it was a buy two get two free situation. So if you watch the sales at Michaels, you can often get them on sale. These are their 12 by 12 inch like value pack frames, and those are the ones that I get. You can also get frames on Amazon if you want, but I do like the quality of the frames, and I like the price, so why not get it at the same price? If you're going to have an itch, I swear to God, it'll be like when you're trying to take something off a sticky mat. And of course, it will be an unbearable itch, and you will have to deal with it. yeah. So if I was going to make these, I mean, you could make just these and go to a craft market with just these. And depending on, you know, the craft market that you're at. Now, I also want to tell you guys, like, the craft markets that I go at have high traffic, for one thing. And they have, like, they're expensive to get into, and they're a high value per customer spend. So watch your area. Like, if you live in like a poor neighborhood in, you know, I don't know, I'm not trying to like point things out or something, but like if you lived in like backcountry Alabama, where the minimum wage is just like $7 an hour or something, and everybody is just getting by, this is not the product to take there. It's not. So I watch the neighborhoods. Like, I would never, we have a couple neighborhoods. I'm just telling you Alabama because I believe most of you guys are from the States, right? But we have neighborhoods in our city where, like, it's just a lower, you know, income bracket. That's just the way it is. And I would not take $100 product there because it just wouldn't sell, right? It's like if you want to go for, if you want to sell steaks, you don't sell it to people that only have a McDonald's budget. Like, you just can't. So just watch there. How we find the details. Okay, so the markets, do you have like huge convention centers where you are? Or huge farmers markets where you are? I'm just asking, right? So like some of the markets that I go to, one is a farmers market that's been in the area for like 129 years. So that is a huge Christmas market. So you would go onto their website and apply. If it was at a convention center, like you've seen those, I'm sure, like, we can't be the only city. We're not special, right? Like, we have huge convention centers where they would host like bridal fairs, RV shows, and then they have Christmas markets. So you would go onto their websites and just look and see what when the markets are, and then how to go about applying for them. And if you haven't done a market before, I highly, highly, highly recommend doing a couple of small markets. So even if they're at like a local community center, setting up your booth and then taking really awesome pictures. And that will help you get approved for those larger markets. So this is the one we're working on right now. And flip it over back and forth too, because what you think you've got unstuck on the front could still be stuck on the back. So I kind of have a look around 3 times rule and see if you can get that. So the other thing we're going to do is we're going to recut this layer because I don't like the way this one was cut. So I'm going to get that started right now. We're going to be able to show you like 99% of this, but I'm going to start cutting this layer out just because. And I might actually even use a different mat because the fine layers, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the one I want to recut. This is the mat that's already been cut. You can see I already cut this design on this mat and it didn't work out. So I want it to be as sticky as possible. So I'm just going to grab a new mat. And if you watch your pricing on these, I use these till they're dead, just so you guys know. I don't just like randomly throw out a mat. I use them for the Mandalas first, then I use them for the cutout portion of my cards, like on the cardstock, and then I use them for my glitter cardstock. So my papers will be like genuinely used and abused until it's time to turf them out. But when I'm starting the Mandalas, I get newer mats. because the mandalas, like I've said, if you're just joining here, this is how fine the lines are. This is your weeding tool. This is how fine these tiny little lines are on cards paper. So anything I can do to reduce the amount of waste because something didn't go right, I'm going to do that because it's just money, right? Out the door and time and all that. So let me get this layer set up. I've got it on my Cricut machine already. I'm going to hit done because that's not the layer I want to cut. It's layer number 5 on this design that I'm going to cut out right now. We're going to use cardstock for intricate cuts. We're going to check our blade, make sure the blade is completely clean. I do that between each one of these layers because if something's goobered up there and you don't check, you're going to be out money on your paper. So the paper I'm using, if you're just joining us, is Recollections Collections cardstock, the 65-pound paper from Michaels, and it has the shimmer on it. So if everybody can see the shimmer. So cardstock for intricate cuts, default pressure, and we'll be able to push that go in a second here. Okay. That one didn't work out. This one did work out. We'll save that piece for later. Okay, so we're going to go back to where we just left off and take all the green backing off of this layer. So the details for the markets too, you will need to have a website typically to start doing this process. I highly recommend Shopify. I've put the link in the video description. I have all kinds of tutorials on my channel for Shopify to get you started, like how to actually do this. I always recommend Shopify because it integrates with everything. So you'll save yourself a pile of work in the long term if you start with the best tools available. So I have not, in my research, found another platform that integrates with everything. And as you're growing, just the ease of being able to work is, it'll save you like piles and piles of time, right? Like your time is your money, is your effort, is your energy. You don't want to be doing things the hard way. You want things to be like a click and play. So there's a Shopify link in the video description for you guys. And then I also offer one-on-one coaching. I did go ahead and update my schedule a little bit there. So there's coaching available too. There's, you know, a checklist that you send me ahead of time about what you want to do. And then I come up with a game plan. It's very detailed for what you could do specifically to get started. And not only do I talk to you about the game plan for an hour, but I also give you a printed off summary of what we talked about in that first meeting, and then you can run with it, or you can book multiple weeks of coaching or multiple sessions of coaching where you're like, okay, I'm at this stage, where do I go from here? I'm at this stage, where do I go from here? And also, my book is very affordable, and it'll show you the basics for, you know, how to do YouTube and how to get yourself working with affiliate, like just different ways to make income, affiliate income, digital income, all those kind of things, and actually show you a step-by-step process of how to put it together. But some people need the one-on-one so they can go back and forth and ask questions. So I do have some coaching available there. And if you guys are just joining us, hi. We're making layered mandalas with our Cricut machine today. And we're doing the super, super fussy part of assembling the layers as we talk on our channel here. The designs are available on my website. People come and go on these lives all the time, right? So we need to make sure if they're just joining us, They know what the heck is going on here. Making layered mandalas with this super fine artwork. I was talking, I'll tell you guys a little story here. There's an app called Tailwind. You may have seen me talk about it on my channel here. Tailwind is an app that helps you schedule posts to Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook seamlessly. And it has all kinds of features on it. I use it all the time. It's a wonderful app. So a couple years ago, they were looking for people, businesses specifically, to put through, well, basically it came out as, will you take a paid phone call with us and give us your opinion on some things on our app and how it integrates with Pinterest from your point of view as a small business owner. So I did that. And then at the end of the call, they were pretty happy with what they'd heard apparently from me, and unbeknownst to me, they were actually fishing for companies to put through a program to run new AI technology for ads. And they needed some small businesses that were looking to grow their business with ads, and they needed to test their product. And anyway, I ended up applying to be into the program because you had to apply. And I, based on their parameters, I qualified for absolutely nothing they were offering. Nothing. I qualified for nothing. They wanted so many impressions and so many followers and so many search results and all this stuff. Anyway, I said to them, I qualify for none of this, because this is where I'm at, this is where I want to go, and this is what I know. And a couple of days later, they actually reached back out to me and said, okay, you're in. I was like, what? This is crazy. So for a very long time, I worked with them directly behind the scenes, and we ran, we tested things out for their technology. They need to grow, they need test companies. So they had access to everything that I do, and we worked together simultaneously, growing things. And some of the changes that you actually see on Pinterest today are because I suggested them for how their app works with Pinterest. Pretty proud of myself. It was actually freaking, it was hard. And when they first started it, of course, they're like a huge tech company, and I was not as techy as I am now, for sure. But we just started working together. I would work with their team, have weekly meetings to go over things. They would do some stuff. I would design some ads. They would run some stuff. It was very, very cool process. And then in return, they did pay for some ads for me, which is crazy. So some of, like I say, some of the things that work with Tailwind and Pinterest, I actually said to them, hey, you know, this is how this should work for a small business. And they do have a mention in my book, and I'm going to work with their team on a new project, which I can't tell you about. So there's that. Okay, so this is the next layer. Hello from Brazil. That's the next layer. I love this layer. This is my favorite. Okay, actually I have two favorites, but this is my favorite design feature, these little Moroccan tiles. So we're gonna put it onto these two layers, which is right here. And we're gonna use our board here to line up the design top and center on the grid board. And then we're going to line up our design as best we can onto the next layer here. Just gently, gently, gently. Don't push down until you've made sure everything's laying perfectly. All right. I got a little tiny piece of something. You want to make sure too that when you're weeding your stuff, like push all the stuff away, because if those tiny pieces are going to fall anywhere, they're going to fall in between your design and get stuck there. Very inconvenient. So this is how it's looking now. So you can see just the subtle changes in the tones is what's giving that effect. And now we do have our top layer here, which I pre-cut out. Okay, so we're gonna take this off the board. Can you see this one here? And again, we're going to put it face down on the mat, and we're going to gently pull the mat away from the design without letting go of the mat. Just get your fingers in here and gently push the design from side to side down on the mat so that nothing rips. This one will go quicker than the last one we did, but I think it's important to show you guys this step so you have a good expectation of how long it will take you, how delicate it is. Now, I am selling these for 95 Canadian each. And from start to finish to assemble, they take me about an hour and a half to assemble. But bear in mind, I also will have like my Cricut cutting Christmas cards or something out. I will have my embroidery machine making something as I do this. So I'm kind of double dipping on that. And I'm often videotaping things as I'm doing it. All the fun stuff, right? So it's a delicate process. Some of them go quicker than other designs, just depending. This is one of my, I would say this is actually my most intricate design. So there, let's start with the hardest one and then work our way back, right? Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, it's an interesting, it's been an interesting process. Like when I started my business, I did not realize how many opportunities were going to come to me. And now I feel like I am playing a video game and I just keep unlocking next level, next level, next level, next level. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, never did in my wildest dreams did I think I would have access to people like that either. So like some of their developers are like ex-Meta, ex-Google employees. And Danny Maloney and his buddy started Tailwind. And they just, they're just like really honest, good people that have built a software app program that actually works. And it works for small business in a way that is just, basically it replaces employees, which is, when you have a small business, you can't afford to do everything, right? So you need to be on social media. You need to, you know, do all these pins for Pinterest. And if you didn't have a scheduling app, you would just be left in the dust. So, and then last, I told them I wrote my book, which was also kind of cool. And then a whole bunch of people from their office bought my book. And then I got a selfie from the CEO with my book. I think it was like on Friday. The team, see how that slapped back? Don't do that. The team sent me a picture of him with a selfie, but I can't share it because he's got like his family pictures in behind him. I'm like, I'm not sharing somebody's family's photos. Okay. So that one did slap back a little bit. And you'll see here, there was a tiny little curve here, but I'll be able to put that down with double-sided tape here. I just need to grab this piece of paper I dropped on the floor. Does anybody else have a dog that eats paper? If you drop something on the floor with paper, she will grab it. Guaranteed. Little stinker. All right, so this is going to be the top layer. Very, oh look, ooh. Very, very, very thin layer here. So if you're just joining us, we're making layered mandalas, guys. All right. Top layer, potentially the last layer we're going to do here because the other one's cutting out right now, but I'll still be able to show you the finished product. So don't worry about that. And then, like I said, I'm probably going to recharge my phone and do some work here as that's doing it. And then later this afternoon, do another live cutting with my AccuQuilt cutting system. So if that's something you want to watch, look for me this afternoon. I'm not sure exactly what time I'll be able to get that done because I just don't know how long it's going to take everything to recharge. But I'm guessing probably like 12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that. Yeah, Canada is more expensive. So no, Canada is not more expensive. We shouldn't say that. Go on to your currency converter, and I'm charging $95 for these when they're finished. $95. So if you put that into a currency converter, it'll tell you how much to charge in the States based on that. And you kind of have to feel out your market. I know that I can sell these for $95. So if you think that you can sell them for more, it's always better to have your price up than and lower your price if you need to, than to have your price too low and then try to raise it, because people will get mad. Because repeat customers that have come and bought something from you do not want to show up at your booth and see a price increase if possible, which honestly is going to be practically impossible with all of the tariffs that are coming in, because our products, like just the supplies to get stuff, is going up. I was looking at the cost of jelly rolls and how much they were last year compared to how much they are this year. Crazy. So in even like all the new stock that's coming out, more money. And so that's gonna be the same in the States as well. You guys are going to be spending more money on craft supplies. And we're not here to have political debates or anything like that, just so you know. We're not going to do that here. We don't need to do that. We're here to support each other in our craft businesses. It's just a fact. We're talking about facts of like actual, this is going to cost more money. So if you got opinions about it, keep them to yourself. We want a fun crafting channel with fun people. Yeah. Teeny tiny little pieces here right now, you guys. These are how small they are. Tiny. Tiny, I say. And this is, like I say, the last layer of this that we'll probably be able to do because this machine is going to take a while cutting out that layer we screwed up. But we already have one done. Just have to grab it from up there, and you'll be able to basically see how this goes together anyway. The reason we use double-sided foam tape is we want to give some depth to the art. And we also use it because glue is not acid-free and it will discolor your paper. So you don't want that problem. All right. Even tinier. Just when you think things couldn't get tiny enough, you do one more round of even tinier paper. Or foam tape, sorry. You just want enough that it's going to stick down. You don't want so much that it's going to show through. So Sabrina, have you got more ideas for markets now? Did you get the magnet maker? I think somebody bought it because I saw on Amazon over, I think it was like 2 days ago. I earned $5. Yay! So that'll come off in a commission, like $5.06 or something like that. So that's probably somebody bought that magnet machine off the Amazon link that we shared. And if you're shopping those Amazon links too, in order for me to get paid, you have to buy the item on the day you click the link. So if you go and click the link and you think, oh, okay, well, I'll think about that for a day or two, you know, you put it in your back pocket, wait till payday or whatever you need to do, go back and find the video and click on the link on the day that you want to buy something, because Amazon will only track you for 24 hours. All the other links, they've got, you know, 90-day, what they call cookie windows, 30-day cookie windows, but Amazon is kind of a pain. You have to get it on the day you click the link. So, and I never know who buys what. They don't tell me. They just show a commission and they're like, hey, you earned a commission. I'm like, cool. Because, you know, $5 is, you know, basically $5 is the paper for this. And it all adds up. And you think, you know, when you're starting a craft business, it's, you know, nothing's ever going to come together. And then slowly, you know, a year into it, you're like, hey, wait a second. This is starting to come together. Oh, wait a second. This is starting to come together. Oh, wait a minute. This, yeah. And then you start getting little increments of success from different places and it adds up. Yeah, they don't tell you that. I'm telling you that. But seriously, any single thing that you buy on Amazon, if you click on one of my links to just go into Amazon, I will get paid. That's how it works. And if you should also sign up to be an Amazon affiliate. But I highly recommend you start your website first, because then you've got something to apply with. And then you're more likely to get approved. And then if you're gonna do videos or something like this, you can also share links, or you could share links with your family members and say, hey, you guys, you know, I'm really, you know, starting to concentrate on my business. If you need laundry soap today, here's the link, or whatever it is. Oh, I'm just reading your comments now. I did not know that. I need to get Shopify website up today. Oh, okay. Well, click on the, did you start already? Can you click on my link if you do? I know you will. But yeah, get your website up. Did you get the Shopify info? If you didn't, I can, it's in the video description right now, the Shopify link. It's in the video description right now. And I think, didn't I send you a list of links the other day in that comment thread? That was you, right? Yes, please click on the link. If you're going to start Shopify, click on the link. And then if you're available, I'm going to show you the AccuQuilt cutting system. And I know these things are, like, this stuff is expensive to start. I get that. But, like, honestly, if you're going to start a business, you need to put some skin in the game. Concentrate on one or two products. Here's my best advice. Concentrate on one product you can make physically, while you have another product that you can make that is not demanding all of your time. So for my case, I started with sewing machines and I was sewing. And then I got the Cricut machine because I was like, why couldn't that Cricut machine be cutting something while I'm sewing? And then that just immediately increased my ROI, right? Like, so for hours spent, my time and how much I was making went up. So if you can do that, where you have one product that you're physically making and one product where a machine is making it for you, that's a good way to start. Now I have, like, I've taught myself to sew on two machines at the same time, which I know some of you will think is crazy, but I've shown videos of it. And then I have my embroidery machine making my reindeer. And then I have my Cricut machine running at the same time. So like last night in my studio here, My husband came in and just shut the door because he's like, I cannot even hear my television out in the next room because you have so many dang machines running in here. And I also had my washer dryer running because I was washing his work clothes last night. So basically I had 6 machines running at the same time. This morning I don't have my washer dryer running. I got that done last night. But I do have had my dishwasher running. So that was going. And what else did I, oh, I have, I had this like crusty shower head thing that I wanted to soak in vinegar. So that's upstairs soaking in vinegar. So I try to go around my house before I start working in the morning and figure out a couple of projects that I can just like get going while I'm working. So I feel like I've got my house stuff done and I've got my work stuff done at the same time. And then, you know, if I want to stop working at 5 o'clock and go for chicken wings or whatever it is, he's meant to be helping you. You are not a machine. No, I don't want him anywhere near this stuff. I don't. My husband helps me with lots of stuff. I am very fortunate to have such a good guy. Like, just genuinely good guy. So he works all day. He's out busting his butt. He builds multi-million-dollar homes. That's what he does. He's very talented. He helps me with lots of stuff here. But I don't want him in my craft room. And because he's a big guy, like really big guy. He's like big guy. And his hands are at least twice the size of mine. So can't you imagine, you know, hands that have held hammers for, gosh, 35 years, trying to come in here and assemble a Cricut mandala? Not happening. And this is my happy place. So he can be out with his TV watching the Blue Jays. And we're happy as pigs in a pig pen. I don't think AA is part of the group. No, I don't. I feel sorry for him turning those machines out. I don't know who this person is. Maybe they'll like it here and figure out we're, you know, pretty awesome. And maybe they're just scamming us or spamming us. I don't know. Okay, so this is the top layer. But you know, all those comments help. So thanks for all the comments, the hearts, all that kind of stuff. So this top layer is going to go on now. So again, we've got lined up on the grid mat here. And we're just going to line this up as best we can, top, bottom. Ever so delicate. Make sure everything's good before you push down on the stickers to make sure that they are stuck. So this is what it looks like now. Very pretty. So then we had the layer that didn't cut out properly, which I'm actually recutting out right now. So that would be this layer. So we're just going to put that on the back. And I'm just going to hold it up here for you guys. And then I'll probably pull the one down from way up there that we've got. So this is the next layer. So nice grazing cream. And then we've got the final layer in the background. Beauty. Yeah, so let me just see if I can grab this one up from top here. What could I grab it with? I usually would get a step ladder, but I don't think you guys want to wait for me to get my step ladder out of the storage room while we're on live. Can I reach? Oh, I got it. Amazing. I got it. I got it. So I have all these little 12 by 12 boxes filled with mandalas that I've already made. So this is the same design that we just made. That's the finished product. And this other layer is going to cut for, gosh, another half an hour, 45 minutes. Yeah. So that is the one. Now, then we were choosing the other day, we were choosing the backing paper for it. So you're going to want something that really stands out. Let me get a sip here. Let me get a sip. So I think what we decided, this looks okay. This would be, that's like the very taupey one. This is the white. You want something that's going to make the design pop in the shadow box. And then I can show you if I've got a gray one here. There's the gray. Which one do you guys like best? The gray? The white? Or the taupe? Cream for you? Yeah. I like the cream. I also like the gray. And then when you put it in the white shadow box, you can just play. And I've had this happen to me as well at markets. I have had it happen where I have a design in a box and it's, you know, it's set up at the market, and then somebody's like, oh my gosh, I really like that design, but I want it in the black box. I'm like, no problem. So I very quickly grab the design and just switch the shadow boxes for them right there at the market, because why argue, right? It's like, you're the one that wants it, you're the one that's paying for it. So I'll show you a few more of the designs here that are done, that are already in this box, that are already assembled. And if you're just joining the channel and you want the designs, go to my website, homestitcherydecor.com. And then I have a coupon for you guys, YT, so the letter Y for T for YouTube, and then Mandala, Mandala. So this is one of my next designs. And then I'll get to that question in 1 second here, Sabrina. Another one, this one's done with black and cream. Very nice with the black and cream. And they do sometimes sell this paper in blues, if that's your jam. And then we have gold and cream. So here's the same design, but just done in 2 different colors. Can see how much the difference is. Thank you, Sabrina. That's very kind of you. Sabrina, you guys just sent a super chat to us. That's fantastic. So that helps with everything on the channel. I appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel, join the membership. It's $2 a month. We have that huge prize worth 400 Canadian dollars when we reach 150 paid members. We're going to do that draw. And here's another one in blue. And this is just, it's blue again. It's the same design again, but done in a different tone of blue. Right? I'm glad you're getting some value out of this. And I really do hope you get the designs. And if you want to start your business, you can sell the finished work, right? And we talked about me putting designs up and starting an affiliate program. I'm going to work on that in the next couple of weeks, try to get some of these up. And then if somebody wants to start to be an affiliate, we'll try to get that going here too. Just got a lot on our plate. So these are the exact same designs, you guys, with 3 different colors. You like the top one, yeah. Crazy. So they are, with the coupon, I think $7.50 per design. Now this is the one that we've made today. And we can just show you. I'll grab, like, everybody likes different colors, right? Everybody likes different colors. So exact same design. I much prefer the bottom one, but I've sold the top one multiple times. So this one is done in black and gold. Yeah, Ray, you just don't have one of those machines. And I get it. They're pricey. So I think the Cricut was like $500, I want to say. And then the supplies to make it, right? So you need a cutting mat and the paper. For me, I'm selling the art like at $100 a pop, right? I could easily make 6 of these in a day. Easy. Like, just if I work from like 8 till 5, I could make 6 of these. I could have them pre-cut out the day before and start assembling those, right? So like, I did the math, right? You do whatever you need to do with your finances, but if you get to a point where you want to do this, it's like, okay, I spent, probably $600 in supplies, right? By the time you buy the machine, you buy the mats, you buy the paper. So you buy, 2 or 3 mats to get you started, right? You buy the paper, which is $1.29 a sheet, and you buy the machine. You'd be into it for like $600, and then you could easily make 6 of these in a day. And if you wanted to make more, you could. Like the first day you make it, you're probably going to make 2. Take your time, all that kind of stuff, right? But if you could make 6 of these in a day, and it costs you $600, and you're selling them for $95 a pop, you'd be like making money by the end of the week. You need to get a market, all that kind of stuff. But what I try to show you is things that I've actually done that have actually made me money. Because what's the freaking point if you're not making money? So here's the square one done in black and gray as well. And you need the designs. So, okay, $700, you could make 6 of them in a day. 2 days, you're in the clear. Yes, you have to find a market. Yes, you have to figure out how to do it. Yes, I've put all the links in there for everybody. So, when you start a craft business, the starting of the craft business and the getting out the idea is the hardest thing. And then oftentimes what you do is like, okay, well, I'm going to make one of these and one of these and one of these, and nothing actually really takes off, right? So concentrate on 1 or 2 products if you're just starting out, and then grow from there, right? Like I said, get something that you make with your hands, get something that's doing something else. So you're trying to double dip on your time, right? Okay, Lisa, I'm going to show you a couple of different colors of these because you were the one that was asking for this live the other day, and we didn't get here on time, etc. So here it is in pink and cream. Same design we just made. And where is it over here? Okay. Here it is in black and cream. And then we had it over here, right? And then here it is with the light cream. So I could just hold it up and show you the difference here with the colors. What do we think about this? So these are 12 by 12 inch shadow box, guys. And I got them from Michael's. They were 2 for $39.99 plus get 2 free last week. So here's the one we made today next to the pink one. So you can just see the contrast. The gold one. The paper is Recollections Collections paper that I got from Michael's. It's the 65-pound paper, and it's got the shimmer on it. And I'll just hold this up so Lisa can see, and then I'll show you guys the paper here again. The designs are on my website, Mandala. Use the coupon code YT, so YouTube, Mandala, Mandala, and you'll get a discount on the designs. Lisa, did you get this scene? Do you want me to hold up another one here? Okay, we'll come back to Lisa in a second. Let's show you guys the paper again. Okay, so this is the Recollections Collections cardstock. And can you see it has a shimmer? Like when I do this. This is the shimmer cardstock that I'm using. And in Canada, this costs, there's different colors, right, you guys? In Canada, this is $1.29 a sheet. Not too bad, right? And you can download my designs. You can sell the finished product. You cannot resell the designs. And I Google reverse search my stuff all the time. I won't warn anybody. If you resell my designs, I'll come after you. There'll be no warning. Okay, so there's the beige and the gold and the pink. And then I'll show you guys the sunflower design because it's actually really pretty too. And we'll go over the questions and everything as we go. So the sunflower, this one's got some dust on it. It shouldn't be that bad. The sunflower design is like ridiculously intricate. Do not cut that middle paper on white. Like this paper here with the tiny little, it won't cut well on white. So try to use it with a gray or the darker taupe. Because it will just shred on the white paper. The white paper is always thinner. So there's that one done with the gray colors. Let me just put these ones off to the side just because I don't want to damage them. And here is the sunflower in the just like taupe and white. So again, size 12 for 12 by 12 inch shadow boxes. They're always pre-sized. I highly recommend not downsizing these designs. It won't work. But you can upsize them. So if you have a bigger cutting machine, like Dina that was here earlier, when she phoned me the other day, she has a 24 by 28 machine. And you could also do this with wood. So there's the gold and cream sunflower. Thank you, Ray Ray. I appreciate that. So these projects that I'm showing you are things that I actually buy and sell. Now, how do I display them? I have my stands. I'll just show you guys the stands here for a second, okay? We're gonna take a tour. I have to flip the camera around. One sec. Okay, so over here we have, oh, I don't have enough hands. One sec, guys, one sec. Okay, over here I have this stand of cream and cream colors. This is what we have. We have cream colors. So what I would do, I don't know if I'll even be able to do it because I don't have enough hands here. What I would do is the stand has all mix and match products. So there's dishcloths, magnets, the cards, soup bowl cozies, dish drying mats, tea towels, more soup cozies, and then pillows down here. So what I would do is I'm going to take off a couple of the products because these stands will not be this full at the Christmas market. They just won't. I will have extra products stored in bins underneath. So my tea towels are going to look like that. I will have my dish drying mats, like one of each color, over here on this side. We'll pull the camera out when we're done and you'll see how much better this will look. So just move stuff around because I'm a visual person too. It's like, how do you do this? All right. Now we put our picture up. And now where do we put our fabric? It's down here somewhere. So bear with me, you guys. You're actually asking for a visual, right? Okay. So now this is how the stand is going to look. Can you see that clearly? So instead of, like, I have so much other product here, right? This is my overstock, which I will have in plastic bins. Super handy for me to grab and refill. So these are folding, essentially folding up shelves. So my whole booth will be these mix and match colors. And on every booth, there's going to be the dishcloths in 2 separate colors, the magnets, which we just started making this last week. The bins will be full of those. There's the cards. We've got with love, congrats, bunch of mom cards, all in the same colors. Happy birthday. If you want Christmas cards, they're on my big rolling rack over in a different corner. But typically I keep like the everyday greeting cards on the stands. Then I will have fabric strips in the same colors this year. That's a new addition. Then I'll have the mandala. Then I will have the 2 tea towels and the dish drying mats. And then I'll have the pillows at the bottom. The rugs will be somewhere close by. And I also have a lot of like extra stock of all the different kinds of tea towels. And I'm actually down on this color right now. I need to make probably about 15 more of these colors. So it'll look like this. And then imagine that done by like 12 different colors. Does that make sense? Any questions? And I did clean my floor this morning. So just before I throw everything down on the floor there, I didn't have a bin to put it in. But typically I stack everything up on the shelves as I go. And that way, like, I'm pretty visual, right? So I will know how much more stock I need to make of a particular color, get those stands as full as possible, and then pack my overstock. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so this is the, we'll just show it one more time here for the cheap seats, and then we're gonna wrap this one up. This is for Lisa in the cream and the gold. Designs are available on my website, which is Home Stitchery Decor. All the links you need for anything are in the video description. And we're going to try to do a live here again in a few hours where we cut soup bowl cozies. So yeah, so that's going to be it for today, for right now. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Can you guys leave some hearts on the way out the door if you're still sticking around here? Go grab the designs if you want. YT YouTube Mandala is the discount code. And the live will be available for replay as soon as YouTube is done processing it. Then I'll go back in, rewrite the description, and I will make all the links clickable. Okay? So we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Oh, we got to pull this out again.